Peace. Quickly, think fast. I just thought about how ignorant the phrase of like with some of the teachers, people who do basically teach occult, esoteric, or just spiritual knowledge, whatever the case may be. You'll catch where some of the videos or some of the people lectures where they be like, when people out regurgitating my stuff, or don't be regurgitating my stuff, and like for me, that's one of the things that just like that a person saying don't regurgitate this information or you copying my information in essence that sits with me the way the Catholic Church say go to confession type. Like it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Well, here it is that the astral planes is for everybody. Like what we know. Like I always explain the Mickey Mouse story. Or like Walt Disney. Mickey Mouse was there before Walt Disney brought it out of the astral plane. So it's not necessarily Walt Disney's idea. He just the one who grabbed it from the astral planes. With that being said, now, of course, when people doing lectures and things of this nature, it may be a certain style or certain way of wording things that a person may use. Because I word things and do things a certain way. Like, of course, somebody would be trying to be me if they're like, happy now's the vibrate, y'all. You know what I'm talking about, and you know what I'm saying? And they keep trying to be like me on that level, then, all right, that's understandable, you know what I'm saying? But to say that if I tell you some information where, say for instance, linguistics is a perfect example. Like now, and I understand too, where it's like that vibe of like I did my own research, so even though I'm giving you this information to learn from it, don't regurgitate it. However that makes sense, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like also it's like that don't mimic me or I came first with it so you can't deal with it or talk on it. Like don't you realize if that aspect was real that none of us would be talking because the first person to create language or letting words come out of the mouth would be the creator. So anybody after that talking would be regurgitating what the person who created talking was doing, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said again, it's like how could it be like, and how could we call ourselves wanting to give information to people, but then like, but don't regurgitate. And again, it is that balance of doing your own research, and you don't, it is a certain level of if you just like, again, talking like the person and wording things verbatim, like it's almost like plagiarizing where, like where you read something and you could tell, all right, this is just a straight up information, you can't change this. But then this sentence right here is the person kind of talking in their own little words, you know what I'm saying? That is more of a plagiarizing type of vibe. But again, if I'm telling you that all men start as females in the embryo, or I tell you the linguistics of cat, holistic and Catholic, and somebody like, oh man, you copying off of me or my lecture, like, bro, that's universal information. That's information for everybody sitting in the astral planes for all of us to bring down. And there's information not even just in the astral planes, but also as above, so below, is within the astral planes, within us. You know what I'm saying? For ourselves or whatever. But it's all information that's privileged to all of us, to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? But like this, whoever it reaches, you know what I'm saying, in essence, because if it's allowed to happen, there's no coincidences in this universe. So if somebody's allowed to get their hands on information, that means it was meant to a certain extent. But again, the little silliness of don't regurgitate this and that. That's why I sit there and I give out like different people videos and like, go watch this person, go watch that person, or this and that, because none of our information. Now of course when I channel a vibe and I'm telling people, hey, I just channeled this meditative exercise, and somebody else come, and then too with me though, I'm different, where if somebody did like, oh yeah, this is a idea that I came up with and I did it. Honestly, the truth speaks for itself anyway. That's another thing. When you trust in the universe, you trust in God, you should trust that a person that's weaseling or using whatever you using in a kind of way to, how can I say, in a little sneaky manner or whatever, that it'll come back around, you know what I'm saying? And in some form of manner, like, you'll still be good, So why worry about it? But that's just my thoughts and opinions on the situation. But and I even say thoughts and opinions because it is the realistic fact of it. Again, like none of us would be able to talk because the first person that created talking, hey, I'm the first one to create talking, so all y'all gotta shut up. And then the first person that starts walking, oh, I'm the first person to start walking, so none of y'all could walk. I started walking first, so nobody else could do it. You know what I'm saying? So you would have like people like just everybody not being able to walk, one person being able to walk, one person being able to speak, one person being able to breathe. Oh, you can't copy off of me. I started breathing. I'm the first one with that. It's like, bruh, can't claim something that's that masculine energy though, trying to control, claim things, possess things is not yours. You know what I'm saying? This information is not mine. It's not. And that's another thing, how it makes sense. So it's just a body vessel and this and that, but to feel like, oh yeah, this is my information. Of course, we do keep, again, it's like taming a dragon. We do keep a level of our ego, you know what I'm saying, to be in the physical form. But for the most part, all that my information on my is like this is everybody. Mickey Mouse is in the astral planes. Mickey Mouse is in the astral planes, just chilling, and the first person to grab, or one of the first people to say to grab it, TV wasn't out at that time or whatever. And then the second time around, TV and all these mechanisms was out, so it was able to be turned to a cartoon this time around. Same thing. But peace. Happy now, of course. Now is the vibrate. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past.